Affirmations, what are they? Why do we use them? How do we use them? And when do we use them? Stay tuned to find out. Hello my lovelies, Sophia here. Welcome back to my channel, Your Thoughts Create. I am a personal mentor and can do personal mentoring to help you be and have whatever you want in your life. So let's get back to the video. Affirmations. For me, these are the essential part of the mentoring program because your thoughts are constantly creating. So through our lives, we are constantly creating our reality based on our dominant thoughts that we have about areas in our lives. How you think about yourself, how you think about family, friends, loved ones, lovers, relationships, school, work colleagues, money, the main areas in our everyday lives are held in place by our thoughts, beliefs and assumptions of those things. And I've got other videos to help you sort of build up to the affirmations one, if you like, the concept of how we manifest and sort of create in our lives. So everything that you are experiencing in your life at the moment, if it is negative or it's not going how you want it to be, no money, lack of money, shitty job, relationships gone tits up, person's not speaking to you anymore, you can't find love, whatever it is, family members treating you like crap or whatever, okay, no friends or friends that are not very nice to you, you can change that. And you change it with your thoughts. You create the new reality, what you do want to be seeing, instead of reacting to the old thoughts that you keep having that are keeping that in place on a loop. So if you think about money, if I said to you, how do you think about money? And you're like, oh, I've never got any money, then that is your dominant thought about money. Relationships, oh, me and my person broke up, I'm gutted, I miss them, I want them back in my life, they just won't talk to me, they block me. That's what's keeping that in place. And everything else in your life that is not how you want it to be. You wouldn't change things that are working out in your life to a negative. So it's usually your dominant negative opposing thoughts of what you do want to be seeing in your life that is keeping you stuck in that current reality. That's what you're going to keep experiencing over and over again, because people don't realize that, for one, that we manifest all the time because our thoughts are continuously creating our dominant thoughts. If you had a thought one day out of anger, oh, I wish my teacher would drop dead, or I wish my boss would drop dead, or whatever, and it was, your thoughts were instant, the world would be pretty nasty. So it is the thought that you keep telling yourself every time you think about yourself, job, money, relationships, and so on. So affirmations are positive new thoughts, like a computer software program, to say. They're new sentences and statements to sort of help you to focus on what you do want to be seeing and not what you don't want to be seeing. Because like I say, we are unconsciously creating all our lives anyway, but when we realize that we can consciously manifest, we tend to balls it up a bit because we make it extremely difficult, and it's not. Your thoughts created all the crap that you're seeing, your thoughts, beliefs and assumptions, so we need to change those. Teachers, parents, society, governments, the world, etc. influence us with things, and we believe certain things, but you don't have to believe them. It's things that we assume. How many times do you say to yourself, well, I think that so and so doesn't like me, because you're assuming that they don't, so therefore they're not going to. Everyone is you pushed out, and I have a video on that in my in the videos anyway, because that is a very important part to consciously manifesting as well. So there are different sorts of affirmations. There are I am statements, I have statements, or affirmations, which are why statements. So for me, I'm very confident. I can say I am a millionaire and it feels natural to me. I am rich. I am loved, adored, spoilt. I have an excellent business. I am quite confident and can believe those statements. Some people can't. So some people can use why. Why am I so rich? Why am I a multimillionaire? Why does my person love me so much? Why am I adored? Why am I loved? Because when you are asking why, your brain doesn't tend to cause much resistance because you're asking a question, so it wants to find the answer for you. So why affirmations are sometimes better for some people who are perhaps not confident enough, or they feel like they're lying too much and they can't believe it, to say why statements instead, if you like, asking a question. Not why doesn't my person love me? Why do I never have any money? No, as if you already have it. Why am I so rich? Why do people love giving me money? Why does money just continuously flow to me? Why does my person contact me every day telling me how much they love me? Why is my husband or wife the most beautiful, best partner in this world? So you've got the positive statements, if you like. They're positive statements of the opposite of what you are currently telling yourself, that's keeping the things you don't want to see in your life happening, your dominant thoughts. So our brain doesn't really like the changes. It can't accept them. It wants to poo-poo it because they're so used to telling the old story. Every time you think about the old story, it's easier for that to flow. When you're trying to reprogram it, it's like, no, you're not rich. No. No, your person doesn't speak to you. No, they blocked you, remember? You're forgetting. Okay, your subconscious mind doesn't know what's real and what's not real, but your logical, analytical mind does like to poo-poo all the new positive affirmations you're trying to put in there into your subconscious mind. It acts as the gatekeeper, the fight or flight mode sort of thing. So think of your brain, the logical, analytical mind, if you like, a bit like a boss. Or no, a bit like your work colleagues. Okay, so your boss comes to work and says, today we're changing the whole structure of the business. And you're going to have some of your work colleagues are going to be, yay, all for change, and others are going to be, no, that's never going to work. Oh my God, moan. I don't like that. I hate change. That's not going to work. Okay, they're automatically thinking it's not going to work. No, I can't see that working. Okay, no, it'll never work in 100 years. But your boss isn't going to give in. He's not going to give in. If you don't like it, my lovelies, there's the door. Go and find another job. So you've got to think of your logical, conscious mind as the moaning work colleagues who wants to poo-poo all the changes. So when you start affirming, I have lots of money, your mind is going to automatically come in and say, no, you don't. You haven't got any money. Or my person contacts me all the time. No, they don't. So you've got to really be strong and keep affirming what you do want to see as if you already have it. And I've got another video, States and Realities and Living in the End. Because you've got to feel as if you've already got it as well. Thinking and feeling as if you've got what you wanted. So what are they? They are positive statements to reprogram your mind so that they become your new dominant thoughts instead of your old negative thoughts that haven't been serving you. Why do we use them? Because the mind needs repetition. If your dominant thoughts that are flowing are negative, we need to keep doing the affirmations, affirming what we do want to be seeing as if we've already got it. So how do we use them? By using these new thoughts, these new affirmations every time we have the opposite opposing thought that's a negative. So when I decide I want to change something in my life or someone, as everyone is as pushed out, I will start affirming what I do want to be seen. So I will write down my affirmations on a little notelet and stick them to where I'm going to be seeing them all day until I've learnt my lines, if you like. So for money, I receive hundreds of pounds every single day. Money continuously flows into my bank account throughout the day, every day. People love giving me money. I'm wealthy, abundant, financially secure, always provided for at all times. I'm rich. Okay. Other areas about myself, I'm a happy, healthy size 12. I weigh under 10 stone. Sorry, old school. My metabolism works super fast. Whatever I want to tell myself about my body that I want to change. How you say them is like you are talking to a friend. You can say them out loud because your words are vibration as well. They're energy as well that's going off out of you as well, okay? And your thoughts are energy as well. So you can either think them or say them out loud. I will sometimes say them out loud. I will sometimes think about them in my head. So whenever I think about money, instead of going into the old, I don't have any money, no. Leave the job if you don't like the changes. Instead, I will affirm, no, you know what, I am rich. I'm financially secure. I'm always provided for. So I do it as if somebody is saying to me, so how's money with you these days? How's your finances these days? Oh my God, I am so rich. I am wealthy, abundant, financially secure. I'm always provided for at all times. Money just continuously flows into my bank account throughout the day, every single day. So I go on a little tirade, if you like. So I've written my affirmations out, but then I will say them when I've learnt them, if you like. At first I had to keep looking at the notelet, but now I know what they are. It flows. Every time I think about money, I can rattle that off. So I'm not saying it parrot fashion, or I'm not reading a grocery list. I am wealthy, abundant, financially secure. My SP doesn't love me, whatever, okay? I am now saying it, flowing. So that's my new dominant thoughts. So for your SP, if your dominant thoughts are, I desperately want them back in my life, they've blocked me, they've gone off with somebody else, they don't want to be with me, or whatever, or my husband is an idiot, or I wish that they would do this, that and the other, then you can create them in your head. When you're reacting, it's short-lived. When you're creating, it's longer lived. When you react to get a reaction, and you usually do get a reaction back, probably not very nice, usually ends up in a row, then it's short-lived. It's short-lived. So when we create what we want in our minds, the changes are longer lasting. So how we say them is in a matter-of-fact way, as if somebody had asked you a question. So how's your love life? How are you and so? Oh, me and Bob, we are so truly and madly and deeply in love with each other. He absolutely worships the ground I walk on. He loves me. He adores me. He spoils me. He desires me. He wants me. We are just truly committed and devoted to only each other. He contacts me every single day. Okay, so you're making it more believable for your mind, as if you were talking to somebody. You're not, like I say, one loaf of bread, one bag of potatoes, one bag of carrots, a butter or whatever, okay? You are letting it flow like your mind would think when you are thinking negatively. I've never got any money. I just don't know how I'm going to pay my next bills. The kids keep asking me for money and I haven't got any money, okay? Your thoughts are whirring around. So when you're reprogramming to your new affirmations, your new thoughts that you're putting into your brain to saturate your brain with, because like the Neville Goddard said, the brilliant Neville Goddard said, if you persist in an assumption, something you're assuming to be true, it will become a hardened fact. So you have to persist, especially if you've had weeks, months or years of telling yourself all the negative crap. So for me, it took a month to see changes in my money, because I had 30, 40 odd years of negative self-talk about money. So when do we use them? When we think about the thing we haven't got, or the thing that is driving us mad, or that we're unhappy with. So whenever you think about money, instead of thinking negatively, you will think about the new thoughts that you're telling yourself, your new lines to your movie. If you think about your SP, you don't go into the old dominant thoughts, you go into your new affirmations. So it's learning lines, if you like. I like to write it out because I've always worked in an office. So for me, and getting older as well, I tend to like, what was that new affirmation I was telling myself? I write it down. I tweak it quite often. I'll read it out again and I think, oh, I can think of something better than that to put in there. Yeah, that's really fired the imagination and really seems believable. So the reason we do them as well is because your current 3D can change at any time. You can have and do anything you want in your life. So by creating what you want in your mind, you will see in your reality, because your current 3D is already what you have been creating in your mind. So again, what are the dominant thoughts of each area in your life? And again, understanding that everyone is you pushed out is very important, and states and reality. So even if you go back to those 2 videos, but the other one, self-concept, is important as well, and your thoughts create. All of them are important to knowing why affirmations are important as well. A lot of people think that the outside world has to change first in order to make you feel better. But when you haven't changed from within, all the negative talk you're having, it doesn't matter what changed in your outside world. It will go back and stay how you keep affirming it to yourself. So, like I say, the first thing I changed in my 50s was money. Wish I'd done it all in my 20s. My life would have been totally different. I was a very negative Nancy. I was very much a reactor, screaming, shouting, arguing, trying to get my point of view across, wanting other people to change, and it just didn't until I changed from within. Your outside world is a reflection of your inner world. So if you're waiting for your person to change, or for people around you to change, or the situation to change, but you haven't changed all the negative self-dominant thoughts you're having inside, it's not going to change. It's going to be short-lived. Hence the fact that sometimes when couples get back together, it falls apart again. Why? Because you didn't change your thoughts about yourself, relationships, or your person. When we have money, we might win the lottery, have millions of pounds, people blow it. Why? Because they're still in that lack mindset. They haven't reprogrammed their mind to what they do want to be seeing and experiencing. So affirmations, what are they? Positive new statements, new lines, new computer program, new way of doing things around here. Okay, of what we do want to be experiencing, seeing and doing in our lives. Why do we use them? Because our mind was so used to the repetitive, dominant, negative thoughts that we were having that we now need to keep repeating the new positive thoughts, your new lines, your new software program, until that has saturated your subconscious mind and it comes out naturally. Every time you now think about your person, you're not thinking that they're not with you. You're thinking, oh my God, they love me so much. They contact me all the time. It feels normal that you are in a relationship with them. Even if they're not yet in your 3D, just because they're not here now doesn't mean they're not going to be there tomorrow. Your current 3D changes quickly. It can change at any moment, based on how strict you are on your strict mental diet. If we have 60,000 thoughts a day and you are doing 10,000 positive affirmations but 50,000 negative self-talk still, what's going to win? The 50,000 negative. If you swap it to having 50,000 positive thoughts and 10,000 negative, the positives will win. There is no way that you can be 100% positive thoughts all the time, so don't beat yourself up about it. The trick is to get on that strict mental diet and to slam the door in the face of negative Nancy, who does love to be a naysayer. You haven't got that. There's no way your person loves you. What are you doing? Okay, no, ignore her. She will go away, just like the boss ignores those workers who are not willing to make changes. I don't care, it's happening. Okay, I have to stop and tell myself sometimes, if I start to go into a negative, I literally go, no. Okay, no, I thought about it, I have therefore created it. It is happening. The train has left the fucking station. It is happening. It's on its way. But you have to keep thinking about it, because your thoughts are continuously going around all day long. When clients say to me, I haven't manifested for a couple of days, I found it too hard. You were fucking manifesting still, because you cannot not. Instead, what it means was, I couldn't be bothered to think about all the positive stuff I want because it's too difficult. It's much easier to think about all the negative stuff that I'm used to telling my sorry ass. Okay, so I'm going to keep going in the negatives, because you can bet your life that because they weren't doing their positive affirmations, they were telling themselves all the negative things that they're used to seeing and telling themselves in their mind. So why do we do it? Because we need to reprogram our minds to get out of the negative dominant thoughts to the new dominant thoughts. How do we do them? As if we're talking to a friend or somebody's asked us a question. How are you in your SP? Oh my God, fucking brilliant. How's money? I am so rich. Okay, so it flows. It's your natural way of talking to yourself. When do you say them? Every time you think about the thing that isn't going the way you want it to. So every time you think about your person, if it starts to go into a negative, not having it, this is what's happening. This is, my person loves me. They worship the ground I walk on. They call me all the time. They spoil me, adore me, whatever. Okay. Job, yeah, I've got an amazing job. Work colleague who's a bitch. Oh my God, they bring me coffee every day and a free cake. They can't help me enough. Okay, they just help me every day. They're brilliant. Change people, change yourself, and change situations in your life so that you can be living the life you want. So that is why I do affirmations. You don't need to do the 55 by 5 technique. You don't need to do the 3 by 33 technique. You don't need to do 2 cups of water shit, okay? Because at the end of the day, you didn't do all that to get into the position you're in. Your thoughts, beliefs and assumptions created that, all in your mind. So do check out my other videos to go back over the stages before sort of the affirmations, if you like, and also give this a thumbs up, share it, comment. Please, I hope that this has helped you understand affirmations. Love and light.